Howdy and welcome to Lead to Grow, Lesson 6 on Process and Content. In Lesson 6, we're going to examine the benefits of participatory leadership. I can tell you that once I began to include our people in the decision-making process, I was able to build a peak performance team that achieved extraordinary results. I was able to maximize my team's potential and minimize their weakness when achieving results. And we did more as a team than we would have if I had made decisions alone. In contrast, if you lead like a lone ranger, your strengths and weaknesses are more exposed. Leaders can naturally produce peak performance teams when decision making involves leaders and employees at all levels within the organization. And an informed team also experiences fewer surprises as they roll out new initiatives. One thing that I begin to learn is that rather than constantly focusing on results, focus on the people who will give you the results. Let's say a leader announces a new goal or product service offering. All leaders must first focus on results which drive the content, what they want to say and do. After the new goal or offering is announced, leaders have a choice. They must decide how much they want to invest in the process, how they say and do it, including how they involve and engage people in the decision making. Results-oriented managers are focused on reaching the end goal and how to reach it most efficiently. They focus very little on the process, how they interact and involve and engage their people. These managers devote much energy and time during the implementation phase. This extra effort is required in order to convince the team to get on board with an implementation plan, which they had very little to do with forming. In contrast, when the relationship-oriented leader is focused on achieving the desired goal as effectively as possible. These leaders realize that the relationships built and fostered among the team make a huge impact on the ultimate outcomes. They focus on how they say and do things as they press forward toward the goal. They spend more time up front with their team, soliciting opinions, brainstorming, and asking questions, following the process of goals and controls. They do spend more time focused on the process of engaging employees, but they enjoy a smoother and shorter implementation phase due to the high level of ownership and engagement that results from this type of approach. The results-oriented approach might show results sooner than the relationship-oriented approach. However, any early advances of a results-focused approach will be eclipsed by a high-performing, unified team led by a relationship-oriented leader. And in some cases, the results-focused approach will produce negative results because of poor implementation. Through trial and error and employing the process of crawl, walk, run, I learned that focusing on good process, engaging employees through relationship, is the best way to obtain the desired results. And I have grown to absolutely trust the process of relationship-oriented approach to leadership. In fact, if you want to hit a full stride with your leadership effectiveness, I highly, highly recommend this approach. Why? Because when I trust good process, I always get good results. Plus all of the other benefits of people being involved in the process, such as buy-in, ownership, becoming cheerleaders of the decision. And of course, when things get stressful, effective leaders take the time to remember their principles rather than simply do what is expedient. And that is the upfront time invested in that relationship oriented yields notably better results. This is why that we want to do this. When you as a leader engage your employees, you will experience results similar to those detailed in the Gallup 2016 State of the Company Workplace Report. After analyzing surveys from over 1 million employees, they found that teams scoring in the top quartile of engagement outperformed teams scoring in the bottom quartile by realizing 20% increase in sales, 24% lower turnover in high turnover organizations, 59% lower turnover in low turnover organization, 41% less absenteeism, and 70% fewer employee safety incidents. Let's look now at the benefits of participatory leadership. I have found when you engage employees, you could or should experience as a team. First, employees feel good about themselves. Why? Because they have a sense of achievement and enjoy receiving recognition for their accomplishments. The next is employees really appreciate being appreciated. They feel useful and they welcome the opportunity to participate in any decision related to their operations. They enjoy being respected as useful professionals whose opinions are important. They are excited to be respected as valuable thinkers as well as doers. The next is employees' performance is enhanced. They come to work on time daily, have a good attendance record, work for a higher purpose, and give a full day's work for their pay. And next, customers appreciate being dealt with respectfully and are delighted because delighted employees enthusiastically serves them. As we continue to discuss the benefits you could or should experience as a team, the next one is employees become truly inspired and enhance the organization's chances for success by the virtue of their input. The next is morale and teamwork increases, which leads to improved performance and optimum results. The leader's impact is multiplied, not merely added. The next is there's employees buy-in and ownership. Why? Because employees are involved in the decision-making process, and through their early participation, people gain informal pre-training, knowledge, and perspective that helps them effectively implement the decision. It's no wonder such folks become cheerleaders of the decision. And as we continue to discuss the benefits you could or should experience as a team, next is that employees gain a better understanding of the results they're expected to achieve. When invited to engage in the process, they also are likely to understand why it is important to achieve these results. The next one is employees who are part of the process feel their opinion is valued and are more likely to com- be committed to working with the team to achieve the results. And the next is that organizations experience both highly motivated employees and high performance teams as all of these factors come together. Well, this is a great quote from Clarence Francis on discretionary effort, which is a human resource or HR term when people give over and above their expected work. And it says, you can buy someone's time. You can buy someone's physical presence at a given place. You can even buy a measured number of skilled muscular motions per hour or day. But you cannot buy enthusiasm. You cannot buy initiative. You cannot buy loyalty. You cannot buy devotion of hearts, minds, and souls. You have to earn these things. Well, in lesson 6, we just examined the benefits of participatory leadership. A completely different atmosphere exists with a process-sensitive leader who respects his or her subordinates and who has the good sense to seek and appreciate input from employees. With participative decision-making, employees can enjoy being respected for sharing their ideas. They can not only become truly inspired, but also enhance the organization's chances for success by virtue of their input. With your new focus on process, you are in a prime position to take your organization to the next level by adding another principle to your daily approach to leadership. Well, are you a results-oriented manager or a relationship-oriented leader who is also focused on achieving results? What steps can you take today to start earning the enthusiasm, initiative, and devotion of your employees? In this lesson 6, write down 1 or 2 action items that you want to take from this lesson. And this concludes Lead to Grow, Lesson 6 on Process and Content.